The Beckoning Call of Black Hollow. I never should have taken that job. When I answered the email from Black Hollow Forestry, I figured it was just another remote surveying gig. A week alone in a deep, uncharted section of Appalachian wilderness, taking soil samples and marking potential logging zones. Easy money. I'd done it a dozen times before. But Black Hollow wasn't on any map. And by the time I realized that, I was already too far in to turn back. The helicopter dropped me off at the coordinates late in the afternoon. Just me, my pack, and my radio. The pilot, a wiry man with too many scars for someone who supposedly just flew transport, didn't even cut the engine as I stepped out. "You sure you want to do this?" he shouted over the roar of the blades. "Yeah, just a week of peace and quiet." He didn't laugh. Instead, he shoved a battered old compass into my hand. "Your GPS won't work past sundown," he said. "Use this to get out, and if you hear anything at night, don't answer it." Before I could ask what the hell he meant, he was gone. The first day was uneventful. The trees here were old. Wrongly old. Some of them didn't match the native species found in Appalachia. Thick, moss-choked things with twisting black roots that looked more like veins than wood. The deeper I went, the stranger it got. I found bones in places where nothing larger than a squirrel should be. Elk skulls wedged between tree branches. Rib cages split open and picked clean, left sitting in the center of winding deer trails. And then, as the sun dipped below the horizon, my GPS flickered and died. I wasn't worried at first. I had the compass, and my tent was already set up. But that first night, as I lay in my sleeping bag, I heard something moving just beyond the tree line. Not walking. Mimicking. A soft shuffling, like bare feet against dead leaves. Then silence. A second later, I heard my own voice whispering from the dark. "Hello?" My stomach turned to ice. I stayed still, barely breathing. The voice repeated, slightly closer this time. "Hello?" Exactly the same cadence, the same intonation. Like a perfect recording. I clenched my jaw and forced myself to remain silent. My hand drifted toward my hatchet, the only weapon I had. The voice called out again, but I refused to answer. After what felt like hours, the footsteps retreated. The forest went back to its natural stillness. I didn't sleep. The next few days blurred together in a haze of exhaustion. The deeper I went, the worse the feeling of being watched became. At one point, I found my own boot prints in the mud, miles from where I had been. On the fifth night, the whispers started again. But this time, it wasn't just my voice. It was my mother's, my father's, voices of people I knew, people who had no reason to be in the middle of nowhere, calling to me in the dead of the night. "Help me. It hurts. Please, just come see." I clenched my teeth so hard I thought they'd crack. I didn't move. I didn't breathe. Then, from just outside my tent, so close I could hear its breath, came a new voice. A harrowing one. "We see you." I broke camp before dawn, moving faster than I ever had before. I didn't care about the contract, about the samples. I just needed to leave. But the forest had changed. The trees were wrong, twisting at impossible angles. The sky never fully brightened, remaining a murky, overcast gray. The compass spun uselessly in my palm. The whispers continued, always just behind me. Then, around noon, I saw it. A clearing opened ahead, bathed in dim, stagnant light. In the center stood a figure. It was tall. Too tall. Its limbs were elongated, its fingers tapering to needle-like points. Its head was wrong. An almost human face stretched over something that wasn't a skull. And it was smiling. Not with its mouth. Its entire face was smiling, skin shifting in ways that made my stomach churn. And then it spoke. Not aloud. Inside my head. "You are leaving." It wasn't a question. It was a command. I stumbled backward, nodding frantically. My feet barely touched the ground as I turned and ran. I didn't look back. The helicopter was already waiting for me at the extraction point. The pilot didn't say a word as I climbed in, breathless and shaking. We lifted off, the dense canopy swallowing the clearing below. Only then did I glance back. They were all there. Figures, dozens of them, standing in the shadows just beyond the trees. Watching. Not chasing, not waving. Just watching. The pilot must have seen them too, because he tightened his grip on the controls. As the forest shrank into the distance, he finally spoke. "You didn't answer them, did you?" I shook my head. He nodded, satisfied. "Good." Then quieter. "They don't like it when you answer." I never went back. The paycheck was wired to my account a week later, but Black Hollow Forestry no longer existed. No website, no records, no proof that I had ever been hired. But I still have the compass. It doesn't point north anymore. And sometimes, in the dead of night, it spins. And that was The Beckoning Call of Black Hollow by Penguin Monk. Classic. Great name. It reminds me of, so whenever I play D&D with my buddy DM Josh, one of the specific soundtracks he always likes to go to, it's got a lot of like dark, somewhat fantasy music, and it's always got penguins. Like there's penguin monks, there's like penguin knights and stuff. It's so funny. Anyway, moving on. So this story is short, but that is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all, because it hits just right. This is a fantastic example of utilizing every single moment, right? This story is so good because, you know, you've got crazy mystery stuff going on. You got a weird organization that loves to disappear off the map. You've got a place that nobody's really ever heard of. You got just rules that don't really make any sense. You've got weird entities that are fucking with you. It's just perfect. Every single little thing you like about a weird fucking story, this is it. It's so good. And yet again, when it comes to the entity, the threats, if you will, in this, it's maybe they're not exactly threats, right? Maybe they're just kind of trying to protect their home or whatever. But you've got some kind of a mimicking creature going on. Could be like a Wendigo, could be like a skinwalker, could be a doppelganger weirdo situation. You might have some kind of an eldritch deer god weird thing going on for all I know. No matter what, fucking sweet. It's so good. It's so good. And the mimicry obviously always makes me think of obviously like weird birds as well, because, you know, it's a fair bit of mimicking going on in that, which is yet again, it's just a horrifying thought, the fact that something out there that most likely will kill you can also mimic you. It's just creepy as fuck, right? No matter how you look at it, think about these kind of things, it's just too much. But no, I mean, there's really not much to say about this story. Honestly, it's only praise. This is it's great. I don't really see any issues with it. I don't see anything that felt wrong or bad. There's plenty of good little detail. Nothing too much that kind of bogs down. No, it's just right. It's just right. I've super really enjoyed that. Let's see. Things it makes me think of. So it makes me think of oh god, what was the movie I'm thinking of? It's I think it's called The Ritual. It's a movie on, I think it might still be on Netflix, I'm not entirely sure. But it's about a couple guys who end up having this this trip that ends up in the woods, and they find like a spooky cabin and stuff like that, and things go horribly wrong. It's not exactly the same kind of a premise, but it does make me think of that because, yet again, you're going into a forested area, things don't really act normal, things go very wrong. Fantastic little movie. You know what else makes me think of? Woodlands National Park, the super creepy, weird forest rangery analog horror series on YouTube. Honestly, if you haven't seen those, really good, really fun, totally worth a watch. Definitely makes me think of that, actually, the more I really think about it. Great comparison. Let me know what it made you think of down in the comments below. Let me know if it made you think of a movie or a TV show or a book or anything that, you know, if I haven't heard about them, I want to hear about them. I want to know what kind of stuff you're into. I want to know these great horror stories and every kind of medium they come in. Honestly, fantastic stuff. Thank you so much yet again, Penguin Monk, for this opportunity, for reading this story out loud to everybody. And thank you all so much for watching. I've been Nate at Night. I've had a great time, and I sure hope you have too. We'll see you for whatever's next. Take care. Thank you to the YouTube and Patreon members who've been supporting this channel so far. This has been a fantastic effort. Thank you so much. I couldn't do any of this without your support, really. I really can't. Thank you. You can also show support through a donation at coffee.com/nateatnight, or whenever I'm live streaming through super chats of YouTube or through Twitch. And whenever you donate, I'll be sure to read your messages out on stream.